Hello and welcome to yet another Crossplay Reaction Podcast. I am Nicky James here with Zach.
Hello, everyone.
And today we're going to give you a quick reaction to the Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor fight that happened tonight in Las Vegas. Zach, let's get right into it. Give me your 2 cents. Obviously, before we get started, Floyd Mayweather won in the 10th round, right?
He won via 10th round TKO via referee stoppage.
So what did you think of the fight?
I thought it was a very good and entertaining fight. I thought McGregor came out strong in the early rounds, like he said he would. Couldn't close the show, couldn't land a good, clean power shot against Mayweather, which was also as expected. And he got gassed. Yeah,
I think one thing to keep in mind is a lot of people that said Mayweather was going to lose, like via TKO or something, no one that I talked to at least had him going to the 10th round. Even myself, when I said, if Conor McGregor loses, it's going to be 4th or 5th round TKO. And McGregor consistently came out every single round incredibly hot, bringing the fight to Mayweather. But in the classic McGregor fashion, like what we saw with him versus Nate Diaz, he gets gassed. And when he gets gassed, it ends quickly.
Yeah, the problem with it is other fighters get gassed too. Mayweather gets gassed, but people have a way of masking their exhaustion.
And McGregor, doesn't he wear it on his sleeve?
He wears it on his sleeve.
It's just like even his eyes droop, his mouth hangs open, and
he's asking for it.
And he probably looks way more tired than he actually is.
Yes, and his opponents, they recognize that, and that gives them a boost in confidence, and they know, okay, this guy's almost out. So I'm just going to keep taking it to him while he's tired.
Yeah, there was a point in about the 6th round where Mayweather rocked Conor. I knew at that point that it was going to end the way it did. I didn't know it was going to go as far as it went, but I knew that Conor's gas tank was going to be the death of him.
Yep, and it was. And I actually thought he was going to go out on his back. I thought he was in danger of getting knocked out, but the refs recognized that. What was his name? Mr. Bird. He recognized that, and
he was a good ref.
Stepped in at the right time. A lot of people are complaining about this.
Let's touch on that really quick. A lot of people are complaining about what they think is an early stoppage. But what's bugging me is that what a lot of people are forgetting is earlier in the night, the Fonseca versus I forget who fight, the ref ended the match in the same fashion. When
Fonseca
the guy was
versus Gervonta Davis.
Thank you, yeah. The ref ended the match in the same fashion when the guy was getting beat up against the ropes. It's not the UFC. He's not going to wait till the guy's on the ground to call the match. So I think the ref ended it at the perfect time.
He ended at the right time because at that point in the fight, Mayweather could land shots at will. And he was landing good, hard, clean shots that didn't knock him out because of the gloves that they're wearing.
Right.
But still cause a lot of damage to your brain. I mean, when fighters endure that type of punishment, they die. That happens in boxing. A lot of people have died in boxing. There's only been one death in MMA. So
like mid-fight or
from the fight.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that. So to give my 2 cents about the fight, I think it was the bar was set low. I think it was way better than anyone expected it to have been. I think it went longer than most people thought it would go. And I think it was better than most people thought it was going to be. So I was really entertained. I thought it was a really, really good fight. And even though McGregor lost, I think he still looked good and he still looked like a star.
He absolutely did. I think he looked better than a lot of the other fighters that have fought Mayweather. Even though he ended up losing via TKO, during the rounds when he was in control, I thought he really proved himself.
Yeah, and, I've never been a big Mayweather fan, but I got to give him props. In the post-fight interview, he was really, what's the word I'm looking for, gracious. And he was really well-spoken, actually, and I was kind of happy with the way he presented himself. So props to Mayweather. I think the better boxer won, simply.
The better boxer won with a better strategy. In that post-fight interview, you heard Mayweather talk about knowing McGregor is going to come out trying to swing and trying to land those big shots. He knew that was coming.
He also said that he knows that McGregor's not used to fighting more than 25 minutes. And right after the 25-minute mark, he said McGregor started to show significant, slowing.
Yeah.
So
And that was right. It was spot on.
Yeah. It was a good fight, though. Did you think it was a good fight?
I thought it was a great fight, and it was a lot closer than I bet you most boxing fans had it.
Definitely. So, That's your quick reaction podcast, guys. If you like what you're hearing, you can follow us over on Twitter at CrossPlayPod. You can also read the blog over at crossplayentertainment.wordpress.com. Guys, thank you for joining us for this quick reaction podcast. We're here for all the big events, right? All the big reaction podcasts.
All the big pay-per-views.
So, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time. I've been Nicky James. He's been Zach. We'll
Good night, everyone.
Next time. Good night.